Welcome to Projects for All. My name's Mike, and today we got DeWALT's brand spanking new 2x20 volt dual blade self-propelled lawnmower. This just hit the market, and I grabbed one. Home Depot had them. Everywhere else is pre-order. It's a little early in the season to be cutting the grass. Still raining. So we're gonna get in here and pull this thing out, put it together, check it out, and pretty soon, in a week or two, when the grass is long enough, we'll do a cut video and see how it does. Comes with two 10 amp hour batteries, which is awesome. So come on in here. Let's pull this thing out of the box and see what you get. It's got all your standard stuff, plus a few extra things. Here's the box. You get your standard mulch bag side discharge. You get a metal deck and two blades. I'm hoping this thing is going to be better at sucking up leaves than my Ryobi was. The Ryobi didn't even rustle the leaves. You get a dashboard, which is a first for me for a lawnmower. Up to 80 minutes of runtime and folds up with one touch. Folding is an awesome reason to get a battery-powered mower, in my opinion. Here's one of the biggest selling points for me. A pair of 10 amp hour 20 volt max XR batteries with chargers. This is going to allow us on the channel to get some pretty cool DeWALT stuff. Because I killed two birds with one stone. We can get some tool only, table saws, miter saws, all kinds of cool stuff. And 10 amp hour, that's a big battery. We don't do a ton of unboxing style videos here on the channel. And I'd rather just show you how things work. And doing full review videos, I think, is a little more advantageous as a whole, but I didn't intend on doing a lawnmower video. Honestly, I went online to check this out to see a video, and there are none. No videos of this yet, at least at the moment. I'm sure within a week there'll be some, but I figure why not? Somebody out there just like me wants to know what this thing looks like. A couple chargers, these are small. I'm used to Milwaukee, they'd be twice this size. I don't know if there's another frame to put in this. It's kind of floppy. Well, it would appear there's almost nothing to put together. Wow, look at how little this thing is. I don't have giant hands. 4 amp charger. DeWALT makes a nice looking charger for what it's worth. Some nicely packaged batteries here. Cells made in China, assembled in Mexico. Third shift, I don't know if I would have put that on there. DeWALT just being honest with me. I feel like I paid for a couple expensive batteries and got a lawnmower for cheap. $10 amp hour. Gonna need some charging. That's a lot of money right there. I don't have to tell you guys, batteries have gotten crazy expensive. This will be the plug, I'm assuming, for side discharge. We'll figure that out in a minute. So here's one of the selling points. It's a pretty unique design. Dual blades. You got two different style blades. These are flat, and then you have the upswept little wing part on this, which I'm hoping is going to cause enough suction to pull up some leaves. One thing that blows my mind about this, and I can't wait to check this out, is the deck is so shallow. I mean, it's an inch and 3/4 here, a little over 2 there. It gets deeper on this side at just about 2 3/4, but I mean, this is shallow. I can just barely get my hand back here, and we're really gonna see how this turns out. I'm very interested to see how this thing really works, because there's a lot of weird design features here. You got 21.5 on these blades, 19.5 or so on the ones that are upswept like that. Interesting design. I enjoy an interesting design. Obviously there's no batteries in this, as I am fiddling with the blade. It has one of the smoothest height adjustments I've ever felt. It's got, of course, one lever to adjust the entire mower deck height, but 2 fingers. Man, is that butter smooth. I mean, I'm sure once it's jammed up with grass, it's gonna be a little less butter smooth, but out of the box, wow. Look at that. That is crazy good. That's a beautiful design. The handle folded down, it's locked in, so you can pick it up and roll it around by the top of this handle. To unlock it, you have this lever right here. Squeezing that unlocks the top and you'll see it pop. And then you flip it over, and then you come up here and pull that out. Now you're ready to go. I do, for some reason, find it aesthetically pleasing that it has something that looks like a motor, even though it's just a battery housing. Batteries just slide in. That's it. This is the first mower I've ever owned with a safety key. And it just fits in here, fits in securely. So if you have little kids that are curious or an orange cat at home, at least you can lock this thing down. Just pulls right out of there and no bueno. This is roughly about how far I'd be microphoned to the mower, although it's a little lower than my ears, but that's just the tripod we have. About 79 or so average, probably. Let's see, max hold. 82 max. Sits around 79 when it's running. That is obviously just idling, but we are inside an enclosed garage, and it is very comfortable. It is mostly just fan noise. So here's your options for bagging or mulching. You get your mulch plug, which just falls right in there. Little tabs fit down in these spaces here, and it's locked in. That's it. Comes right back out of there. Side discharge is actually rear side discharge, which is very strange. It hooks on the metal bar at the top there and just sits on there like that and comes out. We'll see how that works. I'm interested to see. This is a very strange design. Then of course you have your bag. You got two bars that stick out on the sides here, and they just hook in the corners up here. That's it. Beautiful. Not a huge bag, but not small. It's pretty deep. Well, there you go. Almost 3 hours. One's charged. This one probably any minute now, but we set this to 8 o'clock. So yeah, it's almost 3 hours. 4 amp charger, 10 amp hour battery. I guess it makes sense. If we pull this wire here with our batteries installed, and it turns on our dashboard. So you get a battery meter, of course. This meter right here shows you how much load the blade motor is under. So when we start it in a second, you'll see it goes about there and then comes down to 1. And if we were cutting heavy grass, I'm sure this would be showing us that it's under more load. You have a reset button for the blade sharpening notification. I'm not sure if this runs just on time or if it actually takes into consideration how much load this has been under, but you have that. You have a warning light and you have a handle light. So if your handle is not fully out and your mower won't start, it's going to tell you. There you go. We adjust it all the way out, light goes off. Pulling the wire is what turns everything on, and then you have the pedal for self-propelled. You notice what just happened there? If I'm fast and I hit the self-propelled and I try to back it up real fast, a split second after releasing this, sometimes the motor doesn't disengage. And it's hard to pull back. Now it's easy. Oh, hard. Roll it forward just a little. I think you have to let it roll forward for just a split second after you release this. Because it's freewheeling when you're not on the self-propelled lever here. Starting your mower is this button here. One thing I noticed that I'm going to find annoying already, I know, is if you let go of this safety wire for just a split second while your motor's running, and then you pull it real fast to catch yourself, not only does it not restart the motor, it locks you out. Watch. And you get the warning symbol, and now you cannot start this until you let that go with the motor completely off. Nada. I know it's gonna bother me while I'm mowing. One thing that I think is a big advantage when it comes to electric mowers is your ability. I don't even have to pull that. I don't have to pull the wire to turn on the dashboard. Self-propelled mode is always on. So you don't have to actuate the blade at all. It's totally independent. You can use the blade motor and cut grass while pushing this manually if you want. Or you can self-propel it without using the blade at all. That's a pretty cool feature. You can, of course, just zip tie this while your dad's not paying attention and put it on fast and watch your dad run across a field to catch the lawnmower, which I think would be good fun. I'm not saying that's a good idea or something you should do, but it's always a consideration. You always have options. That's fast. It's actually pretty quick on 6. So the height adjustment for the handle, there's 2 settings, and the difference is pretty hilarious. You got 41.5 to the top right here. And when you adjust it, you go to 42.5. Not a huge difference here. I think I would be comfortable with either. I'm about 6'1" or so, and I don't think it would make any difference for me whether I had it on the higher or the lower, although I always just default to the higher. So what do you guys think about this thing? As a regular customer and a Milwaukee customer for most of my life, I've always considered yard tools probably not the best idea, considering how much I pay for these freaking batteries. When you get the batteries with the mower and you use them for other things, it's kind of different. These batteries have never been in a yard tool and probably never will be, although YouTube may change that. Now, with YouTube and freaking batteries and chargers and brands all over the place, I've changed my attitude a little bit, especially when you get the batteries with the mower, because now I have the batteries, I can put them in a table saw, we can do a review on that, and I can buy tool-only stuff. So this was 2 birds with 1 stone for me. There's a few concerns. This door here is a little bit flimsy and there's no rubber seal on it. It's got a big opening, so hopefully there will be no water or moisture getting in there, but we will see. The handle is a little bit floppy and it's got a little bit of twist to it, which I don't like. I like when the handle is solid. I don't know, we'll see. I have a Ryobi single stage snowblower with a super floppy handle. You're not shoving this into a snowbank the way you would with this snowblower, so it's probably less of an issue, but we'll have a closer look when we cut the grass and we'll see. Otherwise, rear wheel drive, some tall skinny wheels I like, metal deck I like, the weird shallow close to the ground deck, we'll see. I'm very curious to see how this thing cuts. It goes real shallow and gets deeper as you get to the discharge. So maybe that'll be awesome. We'll find out. I'm hoping, unlike my Ryobi out of the box, this is 1 pass for a clean cut. Because the Ryobi is 2 passes, and we got 1/3 of an acre, and the Ryobi was not self-propelled, so I wasn't about to use that. You guys let me know what you think. We'll do a little more on this coming soon. I'll let the grass go probably an extra week so we get a lot of grass to cut. And we'll see if the batteries will make it through 1/3 of an acre. Hopefully. I have my fingers crossed. Leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and like and subscribe if you would. It helps out the channel, and we do a lot of mostly power tool videos. The art stuff I enjoy doing because it gets me out of the house, and hey, it's a DeWALT. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.